and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
As an infant, I got the message that I wasn't wanted. That's how I interpreted the world's actions. Now, if you're not wanted, medical school is a great way to make yourself wanted because you're offering something very important to people. And when they're in crisis, they want you all the time. It's very addictive because there's a hole inside you where you should be, and you're trying to fill it all the time from what you get from the outside. So it's never enough. So the more you get, the more you want. So therefore, I'm addicted to working. Well, that kills joy. It also makes me absent as a parent to my children and makes me absent as a partner in my marriage. And the world admires it. The more workaholic a physician I am, the more the world thinks I'm wonderful and the more money I make. I get all this reinforcement for my disconnection from myself. And then you couple that with the fact that I really wanted to help people. It gets so confusing. And the thing is to separate what's genuine in that, which is the desire to be of service and to engage in meaningful activity, and to separate that from the need to feel a hole in myself. This is hard work. And in society, it seduces us into that disconnection and even rewards it.
Gabor Mate. Love that guy's work. We're in the second hour now. And as we closed out hour number 1, I was talking about Kirk from Altadena. And Kirk was saying, hey, man, relationships are such a mess, man. You know, why would I even try to get into them? And I get it. I understand. He was like, listening to this show and all the nuance and all the stuff you lay out about relationships, why would anybody want to get into them? Because they are spiritual schools where you get a diploma for self, right? But this is a diploma that comes every second you discover a new aspect of yourself. And then you graduate to the next level of yourself. This unfolding self-knowledge is what the mirror, the psycho-spiritual holographic mirror of relationships provides. And yes, a lot of that you can attain on your own, like the Buddha, right? You want to go Tibetan monk style, you want to go up into the Himalayas, or how my Hindu brother said, Himalayas. You want to go to the Himalayas, right? Get in a cave, weather the cold, man-eating tigers. What you want to do? You want to do it that way? Or do you want to get into an intimate relationship and discover yourself, right? Where there is insecurity, there will be a ledger, an intimacy ledger, right? There will be comparison. Did I sign up for this? There will be ROI, return on investment, right? You won't judge by the heart. You'll judge by the pound. You'll judge by the carrot, right? Do you see? This is the world we live in. The brother said, why would I be in a relationship? And the reason why that question is so important is because people have utterly forgotten the real meaning of relationship. I have tried to put people onto Krishnamurti. I've tried to put people onto Paramahansa Yogananda. I've tried to put people onto Pema Chodron. I've tried to put people onto Robert Anton Wilson, Dr. David R. Hawkins, Alan Berger, all types of folk. We I've tried to put you onto these people because they have a grasp of what the original meaning of why we're relating is for. And guess what? You got to do all of that through your own brokenness and through the brokenness of your partner. Do you know how foolish it sounds? I'm going to wait for the person that's worth me fighting for. Usually that person is the most docile to your unhealed wounds. Usually that person is easier to deal with regards to your journey. We've been taught to take the safe route. Buddha was taught to take the middle path. You don't want the middle path because the middle path is where the real work is. Nobody wants the real work. Everybody wants dessert. A relationship that's predicated on dessert. You know what? You don't fit me. I had a psychologist tell me women look for a fit. I said, the fit is the problem. Listen, our wounds can fit. There's trauma bonding. Right? And usually when we try to figure out what the fit is based on, typically it's social. It's societal. The education, the employment, the stability, then the aesthetics. Maybe the aesthetics are first. I don't know. Oh, I've heard women say, I will leave if the sex isn't good. Men have said it too. But do you see where I'm pointing out this like superficial ozone layer, right? The real work of relationship, right, is about getting into one and understanding that both people are dealing with a fractal of God that's wrapped in an ego, in an ideology, in a sense of self. And it might be broken, it might be fractured, but everybody is delicate. But when you're insecure and wounded, you're only focused on what you signed up for and not what we signed up for. Do you see? In these broken relationships, the act of giving devolves into a bid for control, and receiving becomes contaminated by guilt. Patricia Spadaro, that's her name, warned that when giving is unexamined, it morphs into martyrdom. When receiving is resisted, it exposes the arrogance of those who fear dependence. Now look what has happened with the psychobabble talk out in the world. Somebody posted a clip where a man, it was a snapshot of a DM, and all these women were praising this lady. Basically, a man sent Apple Pay of $2,000 to this woman. And then she sent it back and said, thank you. I appreciate the gift, but I know my worth. And there are so many men out there that are willing to really spend a major bag on a girl that I'm sending this back because this isn't enough. He sent $2,000 on an Apple Pay. Do you see how you take the spiritual stuff, knowing myself and knowing my worth? $2,000 isn't enough. Do you see? Do you see? Patricia Spadaro warned that when giving is unexamined, it morphs into martyrdom. When receiving is resisted, it exposes the arrogance of those who fear dependence. Love thus becomes a distortion of balance. Listen, love becomes a distortion of balance, a duality. You love me the way you love me, and I love you the way I love you. It's not that. Love is synonymous with God. We don't know it because we have become friends with our wounds. Our wounds have leadership position in our spirit, dictating who we deal with. Listen to that. Love thus becomes a distortion of balance, a theater of self-importance masquerading as selflessness. Do you see? In trauma-informed psychology, this distortion is not moral failure, it is adaptation. Diane Poole Heller and Bessel van der Kolk remind us that attachment systems shaped by early neglect or chaos cannot easily distinguish generosity from survival. Overgiving often emerges from a nervous system addicted to appeasement, where self-sacrifice equals safety. Gosh. What masquerades as kindness may in truth be an ancient somatic ritual. If I give enough, I won't be abandoned. The body becomes a marketplace for approval. The nervous system becomes the broker. Richard Schwartz, Internal Family Systems, IFS, reframes this pattern not as pathology, but as a system in exile. The caretaker part within us, burdened with ancestral fears of rejection, performs love instead of embodying it. And as technology gets more advanced, our emotional IQ gets lower. Do you understand? The emotional IQ should be the IQ of humanity. Right? Spiritual IQ gets lower. Psychological IQ gets lower. We become more robotic. We become more transactional. That $2,000 wasn't enough. I know my worth. And there are so many men out here who are ready to trick on me. That's pretty much what she said. She didn't say trick on me. She said so many men out here are ready to spin a bag on me. This $2,000 is not enough, is what she said. Do you see? So Bob Hope, at the beginning of this show, was he correct in his assessment when he talked about... Listen, man. Who is the young lady that's trying to get more money from the ball player? Anthony Edwards. Right? 36 years old, got other kids, got a kid with him. He wanted to pay all of the money up front. Don't know if that's the truth, if he actually did it or not. But tried to, he's from Georgia, went to the University of Georgia. He's with the Timberwolves now. He tries to go, she tries to move the child support case from Georgia to Los Angeles because of the child support laws here. They said, no, the child support will be held in Georgia. And I guess that there's a lower amount pending. I'm not 100% sure. But what I do know is he's up for a gigantic contract, and she wants to renegotiate the terms. Do you see? We become this mercenary class when it comes to intimacy. We have defiled the temple. I am in the role of Christ. I'm not saying I'm Christ, but I'm turning over the temple, right? The tables in the temple. You turn the temple into a marketplace. Do you understand? The temple of relationship. The temple is the university of you. I'm here to turn over the tables. This is a university where you discover oneself. We brought Krishnamurti's philosophy in. People don't care. It's metrics over meaning. You know why it's that way? Because so many people, right, have an exceedingly difficult time finding, discovering, cultivating, nurturing, growing, developing meaning within themselves. So if I can't find meaning in me, I'll find it in the 22-inch rims. I'll find it in the Bang & Olufsen sound system. I'll find it in the 2025 exclusive luxury edition of whatever. Do you see? And then when all of that stuff gets us a person, then the wounds go into ancient survival caretaker mode. Let me floss this bread. Let me spin this cake to keep them. The caretaker part within us, burdened with ancestral fears of rejection, perform love instead of embodying it. How you going to say love is not enough, then turn around and perform love by giving? Babette Rothschild's work on somatic awareness deepens this insight. Until the body feels safe, right? We outsource safety, right? You got to make me safe. No, Babette says until the body, meaning your body, is safe. Well, it's their job to make my body safe. No, you. This is all spirit work. Just because the clinicians have come in and westernized the terminology, listen, spirit work. You can make your body feel safe. Breath work, right? Paramahansa Yogananda comes from a long line of gurus. The gurus his line of guruship starts with one guru called Babaji. He is known as Maha Avatar Babaji. Maha, great, Avatara. The divine descends down into a human body. In the Quran, and they have a concomitant word for that. Illa mutajasid, right? Allah in jasad, jasada. Allah in the body. It explains Christ. Christ is an avatar. The divine descends down into a body. Do you see? So Paramahansa Yogananda's guru, the first guru, the one who came to him in a vision and said, go west. They are a rising power. They need spiritual balance. Came to Americas in the 20s or 30s or something like that. Right? Paramahansa Yogananda talks about this high level of consciousness that connects what we call unconditional love with God. Relationships are a conduit to that knowledge. We've lost the meaning of it. So now, the work that Paramahansa Yogananda did here in Southern California, right, becomes an oddity, an attraction. Let's go to Lake Shrine and see the swan in the lake and the meditation gardens. It becomes a place to further your transactional. You see the nice place I took you to? You remember the garden we went to? Until the body feels safe, the soul cannot discern love from performance. Relationship gives you an opportunity to discover yourself. Why am I unsafe? Why does intimacy make me unsafe? Why does love make me run? Oh, it started from back then. Thus, what we often call attachment styles may be less about compatibility and more about cellular memory, echoes of the frightened child negotiating connection through compliance. You performed for your parents, you're going to perform for your partner until you get what they didn't give you consistently. On the other hand, to love authentically, one must integrate their inner accountant. When I come forward, the voice of reason. I'm going to go to the phone lines and get these folks on here. Let's do it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. The Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hello, KBLA delegation. Tavis Smiley here. On Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech becomes the epicenter of ideas that matter. The Left Coast Forum is bringing together voices that challenge, inspire, and illuminate, with keynote presentations from people like noted economist Richard Wolff, the man who breaks down capitalism in ways that make sense to working folk like you and me, and Dr. Cornel West will be there, the brilliant philosopher and activist who never stops fighting for justice and speaking truth to power and to the powerless, for that matter. So this isn't just another conference. This is where ideas get tested, where the conversations that shape our future begin. Multiple plenary sessions, dynamic speakers, real talk about the issues that impact our communities, and then some good food and a live band. Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech, Left Coast Forum. The event is free and open to the public, but you must register at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can also peep the plenary topics. The future belongs to those who show up and engage. So don't just think about change, be part of the conversation that creates it. The Left Coast Forum is brought to you by the LA Progressive, the Empowerment Congress, Community Coalition, Partnership for Growth LA, Southwest Voter Registration Education Project, LA Care Health Plan, United Teachers Los Angeles, Black Progressive Action Coalition, St. John's Community Health, the National Lawyers Guild, the Weingart Foundation, and more. Space is limited, so if I were you, I'd register right now at KBLA1580.com. Your voice matters, your presence matters. We'll see you there.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
He's on his way, he's going to Hollywood, he's busting into Hollywood.
Hey.
Show him the way, he's moving to Hollywood, he's hopping into Hollywood. Yeah. He's on his way, he's going to Hollywood, he's busting into Hollywood.
My playlist is my co-host.
He's moving to Hollywood, he's hopping into Hollywood. He's waited at bus stops all his life. He's been in and out of those spaces, seeing eyes that spoke to him from sad and empty places, sad and empty places. He's on his way, he's going to Hollywood, he's busting into Hollywood.
Arrogance has a sound. It does. It does have a sound. Yeah, what do you want to know? You want to know how to sound confident without sounding arrogant? Sure, I can answer that question for you. Notice that? There's a sound to it. The sequence of melody all of a sudden with the way that I spoke, my demeanor, my facial expressions. And I believe the sound of arrogance comes from an internal place, first of all. When you believe you're better than people, it creates the sound of arrogance. So I believe that in order to remedy that, you have to almost fix it, first of all, psychologically. I have this fundamental belief in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, that I can learn something from everyone. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. I am 100% certain that I can learn from you. And you know what I really come to understand as well? The more I learn in life, the more I realize I don't know. But if you're sitting there and you genuinely believe you know it all and that you're better than other people, then that internal belief, that internal psychology has an influence on the way you sound.
Is that Ask Vin? V-I-H-N. Ask Vin. Very interesting perspective. I know I've been bloviating. I know it, because this work matters to me. The voice of reason has returned, and he's still on fire. I'm fuming spiritually, smoldering. We've got callers on the line. We need to get him in here right now. Cali Soul, Denver, Colorado. Sister Cali. Oh, we need some of the sweetness, the refreshing waters. Just come on in and wash over us, child.
Oh, I'm still back on what you said about return on investment.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, by the way.
Yes, good evening, child.
Thanks for all you do. Keep doing what you do, because, you really are helping people.
I hope so.
We, as a people, we have to learn how to support the channels that feed us, because if we don't support them, they will go away. So y'all, please support.
KBLA is definitely feeding a community for sure. But go ahead, I'm listening. Sorry.
But yeah, you said you spoke about return on investment, and you also said that if you are a giver that refuses to receive, it is your ego, or what did you say? You said it's like it's a cockiness because you don't want to be dependent on anyone, right?
Right. Some people are like that. I'd rather give than receive, because I know what you receiving from me means to me. There's a sense of control when I'm giving to you. But if you flip it and start giving to me, you're trying to put me in the position that my giving puts you in from my perspective. Do you hear that?
Huh. I hear it.
How's it? What is it? How is it resonating in your spirit? Tell me. Wait. Think on it. We're going to move forward, and I'm going to come back to you. Think on it, and I'm coming right back to Denver, man. Let's do it.
You know he's going to be dressed to kill. He's going to find some brand new thrills. Whatever he's been looking for, tell him that there's so much more in Hollywood.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Virginia Senator Tim Kaine is standing by Black Democratic Attorney General candidate Jay Jones after his controversial 2022 text messages recently resurfaced, showing him joking about hypothetical violence toward former House Speaker Todd Gilbert.
And he has apologized. I wish other people in public life would sincerely apologize for stuff. So no, I still am a supporter.
Kaine says the remarks were out of character, while Jones has apologized. The last fugitive from a May jailbreak in New Orleans has been captured. Derek Groves, wanted for murder, was arrested in Atlanta after a police standoff. He was one of 10 black inmates who escaped through a hole in a jail wall. And former Black Georgia football star Herschel Walker has been named U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas. The Senate approved the move Tuesday. Walker, a 2022 GOP Senate nominee, previously co-chaired Trump's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
The stage is set for MLB's postseason.
How good was that?
October hits different. Watch baseball at its finest. Postseason 2025. Major League Baseball. Trademarks used with permission.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready?
Drop it!
Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Yo, this is Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I got another incredible black-owned business for you. Your podcast deserves more than a closet and a prayer. It deserves a green screen that makes your haters jealous. Do you need 4K so crisp you can see their ego? Mics that catch whispers and rants? Hey, a stage that turns Aunt Mildred into Beyonce. Listen, all you gotta do is check out onestream.tv, Inglewood Studio Playground, where backyard dreams get VIP upgrades. They've got cameras, mics, stages, step and repeat, everything you need. Lights that flatter people who never get flattering. They got all you need to produce the podcast of your dreams. Listen, their rates are as low as $75 an hour. Yes, really. Swing by 740 Centinela Ave. Call 323-296-4444. Once again, that's 323-296-4444. Trust me, my brother Mike will take care of you. OneStream.tv.
I'm talking lights, camera, action.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
If you want to fly an airplane, and because of the air pressure, the air movement, if you want to move to a certain point, what you do is you aim maybe for a higher point, and then you end up at that point. And the same thing with people. Goethe said, if you treat people as they are, they will become less. But if you treat them as they are ought to be, you help them to become who they are meant to be.
Do you help them? I guess. Yes, I guess. Help them in a sense. Yes, I guess. I can't help you put one foot in front of the other. That was Dr. Fouad M. Alami. He was cooking. You can reflect their path. You can encourage them to get on the path. So I guess, in a sense, you do help them. But not more than they can help themselves. We got Callie Soul on the line, Denver, Colorado. She was just about to get cooking. I want to give her a little time because I asked her some things. Callie Soul, your thoughts? Can you complete them for me now that you have a little space, a little room to stretch out your intellectual painting for us? Talk to us. Is Callie there? Did we lose her? In the name of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Oh, she's here. Okay, good.
I was on mute. You know, I'm silly sometimes.
All right.
So what we were talking about before you went to the break was the control.
Yes.
That people feel they have when they are the giver and not the receiver.
Right. You asked that question.
And what?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a power move. I give because it's a power move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember being in church. I loved to give. Mm-hmm. And growing up in my church, they would like praise you if you gave, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would acknowledge you in front of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Then that innocence of just being a giving person turned into like an addiction of praise.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't realize what was happening. Hindsight is 20/20. So now I can look back and see what I was being trained to do. I was being trained to pay for blessings, essentially.
Yeah, Pavlov's dog. Yeah, they do it in the Catholic Church as well. You can buy some prayers, so you can buy some absolution. I forgot what the term is called. My Catholics out there, remind me, refresh this old mind. But what is it called in the Catholic Church? that no, you literally can pay for absolutions. It's not penance. It's another term that they use. You literally can pay to be absolved of certain sins for sure. But go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your thought, love.
Okay, we'll wait for somebody to drop that one on. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I became addicted to the praise of giving. And then it was like my giving wasn't so innocent anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember also going through that transformative phase where it was like I didn't want to receive either. So I look back now and I see what you're saying with is an ego thing, because it's like to be able to look down and say, no, I can give to you, but you can't. There's nothing that you can do for me.
Ooh.
So don't even.
Isn't that crazy?
And,
this happens in intimate relationships, Callie. Like, I'm anchoring you to me based off of me giving to you. And then the flip, you just described the inverse of it, which is I'm giving you adoration, acknowledgement, and validation. The Bible says be a cheerful giver.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see? Even if it puts you in destitution.
Even if it puts you in destitution, that's a big thing.
Yes.
That's a big thing, even if it puts you in destitution. I'm sorry for interrupting your thought.
No, that's good stuff. Callie, you know I love you, child. Callie, you know it. Oh, man. Listen,
so
Callie.
Look,
go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm not done. I'm done. That's it.
Are you not done? You. If you got more to say.
I'm not done. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold
come
on. So I can think of, sitting around and being in adult business that I didn't have no business being in. Mm-hmm. But I remember watching some of the sisters say, oh, I just give and I give and I give. And like you were saying, even to the point of, like pulling from your resources that you don't really even have enough of. Mm-hmm. I've heard people say, I give and I give and I give and I give, and don't nobody do nothing for me.
Mm. So,
and I remember even as a child, yes.
No, I was just going to say they should swap out the word give for invest.
There we go.
Because
it's like
if you're really a giver, yes, if you're really a giver, you're not keeping this psychic ledger.
Yeah.
So that's their way of saying, acknowledge my gift. It should be returned.
Yes. And in my mind as a child, I was like, why don't you just not give? Like,
right.
It doesn't sound like you want to be giving in the first place. It sounds like what you were saying is an investment.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because you're not giving for the sake of... Listen, the Good Samaritan, we don't even know his name.
That part.
The Good Samaritan in the Bible, who is he? We don't know if he got kids. We don't know if him helping somebody on the road put him in a bad spot. We don't know what ever happened to the Good Samaritan. He is thankless. He is unknown.
That part. And we take these behaviors into our relationship. I'll say this, and I think I'll be done.
Okay.
I think. I just recently went through a tumultuous breakup.
Wow.
And what I recognize about this relationship, 5 years it lasted, it taught me that I'm a liar. I'm greedy.
Come on.
Self-centered.
Come on.
And I'm a cheater.
But did it teach you the fact that you can say all of this on the radio? This is heavy. Come on.
What's crazy though is how you know you. You know who you are. You know the stuff that you do in the darkness and all of that, right? Somehow, I thought that because I know me, I could sweep it under the rug and nobody would find it. My rug, right?
Ooh, nobody can find your rug is crazy.
It's my rug. It's in my house.
No, hold on. Praise break. Because this is accountability that... Okay.
Oh, let him use you now.
Lord, this is the accountability that all men... Women ain't accountable. Boy, what in the world? She just dropped fire on... she said, I'm a cheater. Man, oh man, it's shit.
Well, what's crazy about that, too, is I ain't had nothing to say. I have not called in for a while because I haven't had nothing to say but cuss words. And I was like, I can't cuss. So I'm going to have to move through this.
But it sounds like...
come out on the other side.
But it sounds like self-reflection has happened. It sounds like you've gone inside and you've been like, yo, I did this. Yo,
yeah.
I showed up like this. And to be able to come on national radio. Come on.
Yeah, it happens.
Callie Soul, if I could hug you.
Did I do that?
If I could hug you, child, I would give you a hug because this is an amazing moment. You are proof that good sisters exist. Good sisters do bad things. Well,
that was my thing.
Not even bad, but good sisters make mistakes. Good sisters lose a sense of self. Good sisters make bad choices. It's okay. And I love you for it. I love you for having the courage to get on here and say, Zoe, I got something to say.
Thank you, my brother.
Man, guess what you just did, child?
I got to be finished?
Yes. Because we got another caller waiting. But you did your thing now.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
And I'll be done.
Okay.
Through all of our mess, because it really does pertain to the topic, through all of our mess, my partner sent me a Cash App request for thousands of dollars.
Oh, Lord. In the name
because he said I owed him that much.
So he was a giver, but he's an Indian giver. He wanted all back.
Well, you've been tallying up.
He been keeping a record.
You've been tallying up. Oh. That's ridiculous. I'm done.
Oh, my God.
I can keep going. I can call back after other callers, but it's a lot more to it. And this last week of shows has really helped me understand my situation. And even last week, and I was like, was he joking? No, he wasn't joking.
No, I love you for what
you got it. Send it.
Listen, I love you for what you did. I love it. So don't worry. Call back tomorrow. I'm here Thursday. Let's get it cracking. All right.
Good night.
Yes, Callie Soul brought Denver, Colorado in the building. I gotta go forward, but when we come full circle, y'all know who's on deck. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, the voice of reason is on complete fire. Let's go. Yeah.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
When we moved to the States, I kind of had no cultural identity. Smoking was sort of synonymous with being cool. That is just not a life I want to show my daughter. I don't want her to be controlled the way that I was, but she's not interested. She doesn't associate smoking with being cool.
A California without big tobacco isn't just possible, it's already happening. See our progress at undo.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a black and brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
There is a curious paradox, which is to love is unconditional, but to be loved is conditional. By the time one has crossed the 30s or 40s, they have seen enough of life to know that the fairy tales of youth were, at best, charming illusions. One begins to understand that love does not appear as a reward for virtue, nor is it guaranteed to remain, simply because you have been loyal, patient, or deserving. Some have poured themselves, drop by drop, into the vessel of another's life, only to watch it leak away through fingers that once clung to them. Others still dwell beneath the same roof with their...
Hey, man, I'm sorry. Alan Watts is slapping us upside the dome piece. I just love it. Man, that was Alan Watts, obviously, the voice of reason. We're winding down. We have our final caller here, and I want to definitely get him in. You already know who this is. This is Eric from Carson. Eric, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
What's up, Zoe? I think it was Dr. Allen who said, we can either treat people how they are or treat people how they should be. And that resonated with me.
And did Alan
treating
say that?
People,
treat them how they should
I
be?
think it was Alamade. I think this,
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't get the name.
Faoud. Doctor,
Faoud,
that was the clip we played earlier. I remember now. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so I just recently experienced this with that friend that I was telling you about, so if I keep treating her as she is, it's going to be a problem. I need to treat her how she should be. And that, I think that clip was very powerful.
We talked about how shoulds are problematic yesterday. Do you remember that conversation?
Of course I do.
You treat her as she is. If she is someone that doesn't respect you or your time, and you constantly pour into a vessel that doesn't respect the pourer or what is being poured into them from the pourer, the giver, then you simply retreat It's just that simple. That's it.
I like what you just said, and I don't like what you just said.
I know. I know.
But I want to.
You know why? You want to know why I know?
Why?
Because you're toxic.
Well, I rebuke that.
No, don't rebuke it. It's not negative, sir.
Oh, it's positive?
Yes, the toxicity is your curriculum. Self-observation, non-judgmental self-observation. We've had these conversations throughout the week. There's a through line of women saying you're controlling. That's one thing. Self-observation. You said I don't really consider what they say or what they have to say.
I gotta ask you.
Right?
I'm
telling
desperate
you
to ask you this question.
But I know because you're not listening. I'm talking to you. You have to listen to me, brother. You're toxic. In other words, you have unclaimed internal psycho-spiritual curriculum that you need to work on. Do you know what it is?
Okay. I don't know, but I think I might.
I'm gonna listen to you. Give me an example of what it might be.
Well, the best example that I can give you is what the female who is my friend I talked to you about said to me yesterday.
Mm-hmm. You talked to her?
I talked to her.
Okay.
She called me, and this is what she told me.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to accept me. I'm a woman, and you're going to have to. I've changed. I'm no longer the person that I used to be when we first became friends, and you're going to have to accept me as I am.
Okay.
And it really put me off.
Isn't it the exact same thing I just told you?
It's exact. That's why I wanted to get it out, because that's exactly what you just said.
Right.
So I just want you to know that's what she said, and I made a decision.
And what was the decision?
And the decision is that I'm going to accept her how she is, like she ordered me to do, and I'm going to be who I am.
You should.
And when I do that, you know what's going to happen? The friendship is going to dissolve.
So what? Does she care about the friendship? Do you care about the friendship, or are you trying to manipulate her into caring?
Ooh. I wish we had time.
I know. Are you trying to manipulate her into caring? Because one thing you can't do is teach somebody how to care for you, teach somebody to love you, teach somebody to accept you. Are you trying to maneuver a way to keep her? When clearly she wants to bounce like bad checks. Listen, bro, tomorrow I need to hear from you so we can get this at the top of the show. When we come forward, it'll be my Friday. I've got more fire to give. You ain't got to agree with none of this, but guess what? It was all fire. I start the conversations, you end them.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now.